Alrighty, friends, this is going to be the last page that we practice on. And on this page, we are looking at page 12 of the story. And we're going to use the think marks that you see over on the side to annotate this page. So let's start with first, let's review our think marks. What do the think marks mean? The heart we use to annotate one of our favorite parts on the page. The LOL we use to annotate when something is funny. We use the circle to circle words that we don't know but that we need to find the meaning of. We use the eye to visualize. When we use words to make a picture in our head, we visualize and we annotate using the eyeball. We want to underline any vocabulary words that tell us about the topic or what the story is mostly about. We want to use the P to make a prediction. We want to use the question mark if we have a wondering or question about the story. And we want to use the exclamation part when there's a surprising part in the story. And those last three, I'll show you on this page how to do this, but on those last three, if you annotate with a P, question mark, or exclamation mark, you want to make an annotation. You want to make a little note on the side. We call the side of the page the margin to tell us what are you predicting, what do you have a question about, or what is surprising. So I'm going to go ahead, and this is exactly what you guys are going to see on your exit ticket. So when I show you how to drag and drop, make sure that you are paying attention so you're ready to do this later on your exit ticket. Let's start with first reading our page. So the page right here says, in the first grade, Emma won the top prize in the art competition. "What talent!" exclaimed the teacher. "How do you know what to draw?" the children asked. "Where do you get your ideas?" "I just copy," Emma told them. No one believed her. So let's take a second to think about our story. What is something that is important on this page? What is this page mostly about? We see in the illustration, Emma is next to her artwork, and she's won a prize. And she's won a prize for what? For her rug? No. For her drawings and paintings. We talked about the word talent and creativity way at the beginning when we started reading this story. And we know the word talent is something that you are really good at. Emma is really good at drawing, and that's why she's winning these awards. And that's what this page is mostly about. So I'm going to click the line and see it light up in blue. I'm going to hold it down, and I'm going to drag it underneath the word talent. The word talent is a word that tells me what this page is mostly about. Emma's talent is drawing, and on this page, she is winning awards for her drawing. So we want to underline the word talent because it tells us what this page is mostly about. It tells us about the topic of this page. What are some other things that we can annotate on this page? What are some other details that are super important that tell us what this page is mostly about? Let's keep reading right after where it says talent. "What talent!" exclaimed the teacher. "How do you know what to draw?" the children asked. "Where do you get your ideas?" "I just copy," Emma told them. No one believed her. So when Emma says, "I just copy," after people ask her where she gets her ideas, does that tell us where she gets her ideas? No. Do we know where she's copying from? No, not from reading the page and not from looking at the picture. So let's think, where is Emma copying from? Is she copying from animals that she sees? No, she's copying from where? She is copying from her rug. We know that because in the story, we see another illustration. This is her also with all her artwork. And she's looking down at her rug, and she asks her rug, "What should I draw next?" So Emma looks at her rug to get her ideas. That is where she copies from. We don't see that on this page, but we can make a prediction. So I'm going to click the P. It's going to light up in those squares, which means I can drag it. So I'm going to hold down the squares, and I'm going to drag the P right next to where it says, "I just copy," because we're making a prediction about what Emma copies from. And I told you guys that we need to make a note in the margin when we make a prediction. So I'm going to make a little sentence right here next to the P saying, I predict Emma copies from her rug. And we're going to leave that sentence right there so that we know what our prediction is. I'm going to move the P over a little bit. So anytime you guys make a prediction about the text, you're going to do the same thing. You are going to click the P, hold it down and drag, and you're going to put it right next to where you're making a prediction on the page. After you do that, you are going to make a sentence like I just did. So let's look at that together like this. We read the page and we underlined the word talent. That was the first think mark that we used. Talent is an important word on this page because this whole page is about how Emma wins different awards. So the talent is what she wins the awards for. She wins the awards for being a good artist because she's talented at drawing and painting. So that's why we underlined the word talent. When people ask Emma where she gets her ideas, she says, I just copy. But she doesn't say where she copies from. So we made the prediction that Emma copies from her rug. Anytime we make a prediction, we want to jot on the side or on the margin what our prediction is. We're going to annotate one more thing on this page, which is at the very bottom, where it says, no one believed her. Why does no one believe her? Do they see her rug? No. Did she tell them that she uses her rug? No, it just says, I just copy. We're predicting, and we know that she uses her rug, but no one believes her because they don't know where she copies from. So this is surprising because we know that this is a major part of the story and that we know that Emma uses her rug to draw. And so it's surprising that no one believes her. So I'm going to click the exclamation mark. It shows up with those blue squares. I'm going to, whoopsies. I'm going to hold it down and I'm going to drag it right next to the sentence that says no one believed her, because it's surprising that no one believed her. And now that I've finished annotating, there's one more thing I need to do. I need to make a sentence in this box right here. This sentence is going to be very short, and this sentence needs to be what this page is mostly about. So, what do we learn from this page? We learn that Emma is talented. People ask her where she gets her ideas from. And when she tells them, no one believes her because she doesn't tell them that she's using her rug. And even if she did tell them, would they believe her? No, I have a rug at home, but I don't use it to draw. That's something just that Emma did. So we want to now write a sentence about what this page is mostly about. When Emma tells people she copies her ideas, what happens? They doubt her. They don't believe her. They doubt her, or they don't believe her. Alrighty. So now we are done. We are done using our think marks, and we are done because we now made a sentence about what this page is about. So not only when you use your think marks, yes, you use them to annotate, but you also need to make a sentence when you're done telling what the page is mostly about. So we underline the word talent because that's what this page is mostly about, how she wins her awards for her talent. We predicted that when she says, I just copy, that she copies from her rug. And we knew it was surprising when no one believed her. So after we annotated using all those think marks, we made a sentence explaining that when Emma tells people she copies her ideas, they don't believe her. Awesome. So now you guys are going to see this same page, and you're going to practice using the think marks and making a sentence on your own. So make sure that you watch the exit ticket example to see how you can use the think marks to annotate and how to make a sentence about this page.